Hello there. Namaste to everyone. New Year greetings to everyone. I am Dr. Ritu Santwani here, this side. I am host of this show. I am director of Shamwell Women Clinic, Pune Test Tube Baby Center. So, friends, I hope all of you agree with me that the woman health is her capital. With this motto, we are going to kick off this show today. The name of the show is Experts at Dr. Ritu's Talk Show. So today we are going to discuss a very, very important topic. What's the role of the nutrition in the anemia management? So friends, as all of us know, the anemia means the lack of hemoglobin in which the RBCs are less. So the patients are usually presenting with fatigue, breathlessness, palpitation, lack of energy. So this is very, very common in India, and there are so many causes: iron deficiency, folic acid deficiency, B12 deficiency, thalassemia, sickle cell anemia. So this is a very, very burning topic. So to discuss with this today, I have invited a very special guest today, a very experienced lady, a fantabulous doctor, a very, very dear friend, professor and head of the department of Grant Medical College, a great academician, recipient of so many awards, Dr. Rajeshri Katke. A very, very warm welcome, Dr. Rajeshri.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Ritu, for the kind words.
So, Dr. Rajeshri, today we are going to discuss that how to manage this anemia in the easier form. So we have to give some take-home messages. So that each and everyone by some nutritional supplement or by some dietary modification, they will help. This will help in the management of anemia. So, as you are in the government medical college, Dr. Rajeshri, so you are
Yes.
seeing lot. So you are seeing lot of patients of this anemia. The patients what you are getting from higher class to the low socioeconomic status.
Yes.
So my first question to you, as we all know, the very common cause of the anemia is the iron deficiency. So how you recommend what the dietary modifications and what are the sources of the iron?
See, rightly said, Dr. Ritu. Now, anemia is the most important factor in a developing countries, and let us say in a developed countries also. The anemia is in the very different form, like malabsorption syndrome and those things were there. So in anemia, you rightly said the patient is having, lots of problem like they have fatigue and all. The most important cause of the anemia is the nutritional deficiencies in our country. The nutritional deficiency in a tropical countries, because we have a mainly food taboos, like many they are the vegetarian and some of them they are the non-vegetarian. So most of the vegetarian people, they are having lacking of the iron deficiency anemia, and they lack the bioavailability of iron inside in their food. So that is the most important thing. And then comes to the grand multiparity, many children's less spacing in that. These are the main causes which leads to the anemia. Then why we should go for this anemia treatment? Because the whole health of the woman or the person is depend upon the how much they carry the oxygen in the body. The oxygen carrying capacity depends upon the concentration of the hemoglobin. So to make it a rich hemoglobin concentration, we should have a very healthy diet. At the same time, a exercising body. That combination will give rise to a healthy, perfect body, and that will help into the replenish of the iron stores in the body. So nutrition is very important. And let us see which are the elements where you will get a good iron nutrition. So I would like to describe, we have a, vegetarian and non-vegetarian. So iron is like a heme iron and the non-heme iron type, So in the vegetables, what you get the iron, most of the times it goes, while cooking and washing the vegetables and all. So generally what they say is in a non-vegetarian meat, liver, muscles, they have a very good amount of the iron. But I would like to say if you have a nuts like a dates, raisins, then spinach, fruits, seasonal fruits, then apples. These are the things where you will get even the legumes. They have then bajri, bajri, nachni. these cereals, they are contain the highest levels of the iron content in that. So this has to be taken in a dietary modifications when they are having the iron deficiency anemia. That is what I feel that will improve. Improvement of the diet is the need of the time. Why I'm saying is that because we are going to too much of the modifications in the diet, like, we go for the fried of most, we are having lack of the physical activity. So the obesity is one of the problem with us. So all these, they are giving even the nutritional anemia and deficiency in adolescent girls also. And that is causing the, problems, health problems to the women, children, and the adolescent ladies.
Very correct, Dr. Rajeshri. So means the take-home message for this, that we have to emphasize on the green leafy vegetables. So they can take in any form, the spinach, fenugreek, dill leaves, spring onion, that all are a very, very rich source of the iron. And some legumes and pulses also, Dr. Rajeshri has just mentioned. Now, Dr. Rajeshri, my next question to you, we have seen that so many cases are coming of this folic acid deficiency also in the anemia, when these days, because especially in the metro cities like me in the Pune, the most of the patients are coming to me with their hemogram report. The patients are coming, they have done themselves hemoglobin, they have done, or they have done their whole body checkup. In that they have find that serum iron is less, or serum folic acid is less, or serum B12 is less. So please enlighten us about the folic acid. What's the role of the folic acid for the anemia?
See, in anemia itself, not only hemoglobin, because heme is formed by the iron, heme component, and the globin. Globin is in our medical language, but for the global, for the common person, it is formed because of the protein in the diet. At the same time, folic acid and the B12 is very much required for the enzymatic or the as a catalyst for that. So folic acid will be in all green leafy vegetables. Then second thing is that you will get fresh fruits, and in that you will have the folic acid. But folic acid deficiency is in hand with the B12 and the this thing iron deficiency. Because if you have only iron deficiency anemia, and if you treat those only the iron deficiency anemia, and the folic acid is not there, then you may not correct the iron deficiency anemia. So basically what it happens, for every even pregnant patients or every anemic patient, we are giving with the iron the folic acid also. And for folic acid, fresh vegetables are there. Then you can have all these fresh fruits. Then you have raisins and all. You will get in the folic acid in that. And for the B12 deficiencies is one of the most important thing nowadays, because what is happening, because of that we get a nerve pain, paresthesia, and all those things. So simply for the B12 deficiencies, then you should have the diet which is modified into the poultry, dairy, dairy products, milk products. In that you will get the B12. Even in the fish is also a very good source of that. So we have the diet in India connected with the vegetarian people and the non-vegetarian. So that you have to balance it, and these things they have in that.
Very correctly, Dr. Rajeshri. As most of the patients of B12 deficiency are presenting with tingling and numbness in the extremities, hands, usually the patients are coming with this presentation. And usually mostly this B12 deficiency is seen in the vegetarians. So as you correctly mentioned, that the dairy sources and the fish, but sometimes the patients are coming to us who are saying, ma'am, we are pure vegetarian. How you are prescribing us the medication which is containing the non-veg content?
Cheese, paneer, in that also they have the things.
Yes.
So and suppose there is a deficiency, then it can be corrected with the tablets or the injections. It's like that also. But they should not continue with the deficiencies. That's what I mean to say.
True.
The problem with that, even with the folic acid and B12, is that for all the green leafy vegetables, even the cooking practices, overboiling, overcooking, that can cause, vanishes most of the nutrients in that.
Yes, very
so
correct.
Fresh vegetables, fresh fruits are very important for that.
Yeah, very correct. So, Dr. Rajeshri, as you have mentioned regarding the cooking practices, So, Abhi, this is very common in our ancient India, especially. I'm focusing that always there is a trend to cook in the iron utensils. So, it is
Yes.
said that once you cook in the iron utensils, that will increase the hemoglobin content, increase the iron. So, please enlighten something about that.
That is very important. In my house also, I have brought that iron ka kadai,
Okay,
that pot is
okay.
there where we cook it, what they say is
Yeah.
if you cook the food in that, some of the
Hmm.
iron is released from that sources and it will get mixed up with the diet. That is a very good thing because we are most of the things now we are getting more polished metals and polished things are there. So in that we are losing the touch of the normal, even not only the iron, even the traces of the elements that is also very much required for all these things. So iron they can use for, and many people villages still they use the iron ka kadai, that pot is there. Some people they use the earthen pots. Now the earthen pots they says it is a most of the I mean best of the things. I have seen the earthen pots with me in my grandmother's house where they used to cook in that, and that taste is also very different. So I think that is to give the natural source of the iron and the calcium and some of the micronutrients.
Yes,
So
correct.
cooking
Yeah,
is
yeah.
one of the important factor.
There is one question comes in my mind, Dr. Rajeshri. As we have
Yes.
just discussed, the vegetarian who can take cheese and milk for this B12, who are deficient. But what about this vegan category? The class of the persons are coming who are reluctant to take any of the milk and dairy products.
Yeah, then they should go for the, what the fresh fruits they are containing. Then they go
Yeah,
for this and the vegetables in that. But
yeah,
in the B12, basically, if they are strict not going to the dairy products and they are not taking the non-vegetarian also, then they can match with the, cereals, pulses and all these nuts and all. So there they can manage that. And if still they got a deficiency, they should get diagnosed and they should get a supplements, what I feel personally.
true, true. So earlier, though,
Because
there are, yes,
B12 deficiency, most of the patients, they are coming, with paresthesia, tingling, numbness, and all those things,
yes,
weakness,
yes,
mental irritability, hormonal disturbances.
nonsense.
All these, they are coming with all these deficiencies.
Yes, yes, yes.
See, our old
So,
ages people, they used to say, food is like, purna, it is a complete wholesome for the body cells and the body energies.
wow.
Then, but now the science is telling us to focus on the nutrition, micronutrients, the vitamins and the trace elements. So everything is coming in that.
Very true, very true. Here, Dr. Rajeshri, as you told regarding the vitamins, so what's the role of the vitamins in the iron absorption? So, will you
See, it is
advise some special precautions while eating in the diet so that will help in increasing the iron absorption?
Yeah, it is very good questions. Basically, what it happens, there are two things. One is there has to be a proper content of the iron in the diet.
Yes,
Suppose the iron in the diet is there, but basically the absorption of the iron should be there. So there are some factors where it increases the iron absorption, like if they take for the empty stomach, if they are taking the, heme form of the iron, if they take with the tea, coffee, then the iron absorption it gets reduced because the tannin and the caffeine in that can cause the reduction into the absorption. So they should not take in combination with that. The second important thing is that some vegetables they have oxalates and the phytates in that. That is also reduces the absorption of the iron. So that you have to prevent, taking all these mix of the vegetables with each other. Then third is the, sometimes they say is ki, food rich in calcium and the iron we should not take in a combination because that can hamper the absorption of the iron. So these are the three, four things which you should keep in mind, while dealing with the food combinations or taking with the iron sources of that, Always in an empty stomach, they says the iron absorption is more. If suppose in the morning, if somebody takes a dates, or dates, resins, then it is very helpful to increase into the iron concentration in the body. And
that's
that is a
very
very
true.
source of that iron.
Yes, yes, that's very correct. As you
Even
correctly
the,
mentioned.
jaggery, groundnuts, the
Yeah,
combination of jaggery, groundnuts is the basically with the protein and the iron, and that is
yeah.
required for the iron deficiency anemia.
Yes, 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 that's very correct. So, as you have correctly mentioned, because it is very common in India and abroad also, there is a habit after having any breakfast, there is a habit of taking tea and coffee.
The end.
So,
That we should avoid basically.
yes, yes. So usually for this, the best thing is if you are taking any iron tablets, please don't take tea and coffee. If you are very fond of taking anything, so you can take simple lemon water or you can take orange juice. That all contains the vitamin C, which will help in more and more of iron absorption. Correct, Dr. Rajeshri?
Yes, vitamin C is very important. So
Yes.
for that, it increases the iron absorption. Take the citrus food.
Yeah.
Even oranges will be better. Sweet lime will be better for that matter. Or watermelon is also a very good source of iron plus vitamin C in that. So these are the amla, that is
Yes.
also very good source of that. Jaggery is there. So these are the basic things which we have in at our home also, but we are not aware of the importance, so we are not taking that. That is how we are getting depleted. See, in the corona epidemic also, we are more focusing over our vitamin D. Then we are getting supplementation of the vitamin C. We are getting the supplementation of the zinc because we are not getting all this from the natural sources like a diet, sunlight, or the water. So we
True.
are adding to it. So
Correct.
going back to the golden era of cold, ancient things.
Very true, very true. Correctly you have mentioned. So I think this, so everyone can afford the jaggery and groundnuts. Is very, very good source for increasing the hemoglobin. And you have correctly mentioned dates are also a very, very good source which contains a very good amount of iron
Sprouts
also.
also,
Yes.
sprouted,
Yeah.
kidney beans, rajmas, red
Yeah.
beans. These are very good. If they are not taking the non-vegetarian foods, then these are the excellent things. What drumsticks, that is also very good.
Yeah.
Beet,
So
beet is the one of the
yeah.
thing where you
Yeah.
will get if you take the juices. I always tell to my patients to take the beet juices. If they are
Yeah.
non-diabetic, so they should
Yeah.
have very good source of energy, instant energy. Then there will be more of the iron, and at the same time they have a B12 and the folic also in that. So this is beet is very good for that nature.
So very correctly you have mentioned. So in this, the home remedy of increasing this hemoglobin is also the one is the beetroot juice, or you can take, especially in the winters, there are a lot of green leafy vegetables and lot of colorful things are available. Beetroot, carrot. This is also very
Carrot
good.
juice,
Beetroot,
carrot
yes,
juice.
beetroot
You can
or
mix
beet.
beetroot with
Yes,
the carrot
yes,
also. And
yes,
then you
yes.
can, most people, they go for a dudi also in that.
Yeah, yeah.
So that mix that,
But
but at least, yeah, bottle gourd. So
yeah,
basically, at least you can take a carrot plus a beetroot. And you can put that amla little bit in that or
yeah,
lemon juice
yeah.
in that. And
Yes,
that
yes,
will be a
yes,
very
yes.
good thing.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So this means usually what I prescribe to my patients is the ABC juice. This is my remedy. What I prescribe:
Yes.
take apple, beetroot, and
Apple.
carrot. So that is very, very good with a very good results.
Yes.
So yeah, as Dr. Rajesh has also given us a very good tip, can take this beetroot and carrot juice. Other thing, this amla, Indian gooseberry is a food which is having a richest source of vitamin C. So in this, what the modification we suggest in the diet, they can make a coriander and mint leaves chutney. Instead of lemon, they can use amla. So that amla is also a very, very good source of this.
That is the
So
highest source of the vitamin C and easily absorbable. See, there are two, three important things in anemia, Ritu, I would like to highlight. One
yeah.
is if there has to be a content of that
Hmm.
elements in that. Suppose it is rich in iron, then it should get absorbed in the body. If it is absorbed in the body, it has to be in a bioavailability in the body and it should be utilized in the body. For that purpose, either you should take properly the source of the iron, then it should be, there should not be any hookworm infestation is there, yeah, in the body there should not be any infection, and then it has to be carry, and all these things should be supplemented with the positive thinking and the exercise. So this is, triangle of the health, how it goes. I always say the pyramid of that, the nutrition, diet, then the positive thinking, and the exercise activity. And this is how even the WHO says, no, these are the elements for the better health. So
Very
nutrition is
correct.
a very important thing. And
Very, very.
we are nowadays, I personally like to say in that the micronutrients plays a very important role for the cellular functions, So these micronutrients like a magnesium, manganese. So what you have said you should cook in iron
Hmm.
utensils. So these are the trace elements they are coming. So modification in all the content and how to cook in that, how to take and with what you should take is also, I think, it is very important for us.
Yeah, yeah. Very important point you have raised, Dr. Rajeshri. So, as we have seen in this Corona pandemic, so a lot of food stuffs are coming with this fortification. So, I think all of us, mostly because this Corona is as a pandemic, so there are so many kind of breads are coming with vitamin A and vitamin D, and even the some companies are giving, once if you take 2 or 3 breads of this brown bread, they are giving the mask free. There are so many things are coming
Yes, so
these days.
many things.
Yes,
That is
yes,
the commercial
yeah,
gimmick for that.
yes, commercial,
But
yes, yes, yes.
but basically, what
So
I feel personally, you should go for a natural content of the foods, nutrition, because they have a natural availability in the body. It gets
yeah.
absorbed easily, and it is good for the instant energy or the repair of the cells.
So that's very important. And one more important point, as Dr. Rajeshri has also mentioned, that there is maybe a cross reaction of this, the iron and calcium. So one very important tip, if you have been advised or the pregnant by advised by the doctor to take the iron and calcium, please don't take these tablets together. Once,
Yes.
because sometimes the patients are taking the iron and calcium tablets together and the effect is nullified. Yes,
And
Dr.
they have the side effects also, no?
Yes,
Constipation, acidity,
yes,
then stomach upset. So
yeah.
take it at the break or take one in the morning, take another, or you can take in the alternate. I tell my patients to take on alternatives. That is
Okay.
also good.
That is also correct. But if the
Correct.
patient's hemoglobin is less, they can take iron at
Then
one
they
time,
can
calcium
double iron.
another.
They can,
Yes,
then
yes,
they
yes.
can take.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
So
sometimes if there is more side effects, they don't take both the medicines. So better they should take you the distance.
true, true. Dr. Rajeshri, enlighten us little bit something about thalassemia and sickle cell anemia.
See, thalassemia nowadays, because of, they says one thing, very nice thing. Anemia is very easy to treat, but it is very expensive to investigate. That is
True.
what the thing is that. So, but
Uh,
basically, suppose the patient is having a chronic anemia, it's not responding to anything, then you should think of other, like, sickle cell anemia or the thalassemia. In thalassemia, you will have a defect at the hemoglobin chains, globin chains and all. But nowadays we are having most of the these genetic awareness is more. Then preconceptional repeated, they have a miscarriages, then they go for the all these tests where you will have a thalassemia. If suppose the mother has a thalassemia, and the father doesn't have, then they have it is called as a thalassemia trait. But both have, then it goes to the thalassemia major, and then accordingly we should go for the treatment for that. But in thalassemia, you should take awareness of, how much iron you should take. So you have to really consult with your doctors, and then you should plan your diet and the iron treatment for that purpose. And a sickle cell anemia, we have the, belts where you will have this thing, in Vidarbha, we have a sickle cell. In sickle cell, and we are also getting nowadays most of the, because of these autoimmune, modalities, and
true.
patient is having sickle cell anemia. But if suppose they go into a sickle cell crisis, then all the person has to be, trained for the treatment. And the second important thing, the sickle cell patients, if they have anemia, they should avoid the hypoxia. Hypoxia means they should not go to the where the place is having less of the oxygen. And if suppose they have the less of the oxygen, or suppose they get any infection or breathlessness, more anemia, then they should be treated in a in a very special category. I mean, and both of these patients, they should have a balanced and good diet, to keep their immunity very nice, and to make the vital force more in them. So I think diet is very important in these cases also.
So thank you very much, Dr. Rajeshri. I think these are the basic queries related to the nutritional management, what the nutritional supplements we have to give in the anemia management. So I can sum up from your talk the take home messages. First, the intake of the green leafy vegetable is very important. In this, we emphasize especially for the green leafy vegetables, because once we tell the patient to take green vegetables, patient comes and tell us, ma'am, we have taken the capsicum, we have taken the cabbage. This is a very common answer.
Common.
Yeah. So we have to emphasize for the diet modification and addition of the green leafy vegetables, any form, the spinach, fenugreek, spring onion, coriander, because I usually tell my patients, if you can't take any other thing, you can take a bowl of dal. In that, you can put a lot of coriander. Coriander leaves is also a very good.
Coriander has a good amount of the iron, but at the same time, it has a very good amount of antioxidants also.
Yes.
Rich in that, and it is having most of the vitamins also, B12 and folic.
True. Second, very important, what we have discussed, the plate should be more colorful. The more the colorful, the more the antioxidants you get. So if winter is especially the season, you can get lot of green leafy vegetables, carrots, oranges, beetroots. So you can include that in your diet. What I prescribe in my practice, the patient to have a rainbow plate. So you can have this corn also. Corns are also very easily available these days. So as much as your plate should be colorful, the more and more nutrient you will get. The ripe tomatoes also we get very good in this season, so that is also a very good source.
So basically, seasonal fruits and seasonal vegetables should be a part of your diet.
Yes.
So whatever comes, suppose you have a custard apple, that is the richest source of the calcium and the iron, So seasonal fruits and seasonal vegetables, it has to be included. And we are very fortunate because, India, our tropicalness is that you have all the seasons, and you are getting a seasonal, different sort of the, fruits and the vegetables. So we should include those, I think. So that will give the more of the colorful of rainbow effect.
True. Other important message what we have taken, that not to take the iron and calcium supplements together. Fourth, not to take tea and coffee after every meal, especially after the breakfast. This is a usual trend, to take either tea. Without tea and coffee, the breakfast is not completed. So if you are very fond of to taking any liquid, so you can take this lemon water, or you can take this coconut water, or you can take orange juice. This vitamin C helps in the iron absorption. Yeah. Other very important take home point what we have collected, that cooking in the iron utensils will also help in increasing the iron absorption. Correct, Dr. Rajeshri?
Yes, correct. Earthen pots also are very good now.
Yes. So I think Dr. Rajeshri, thank you so much for coming on the show and clarifying so many of our doubts.
Thank you very much, Ritu.
Yeah.
And this is a very wonderful talk, and wonderful thing. What you are doing is on the show is that, see, basically, I always feel now, your roots are very firm. Then everything goes high, So basically for our health, so this dimension of our pyramid is very important. In that, diet is a very important thing for the health also, and source of energy also. And to reduce the oxidative stress also, because we are having, lots of stress in life. So that can give rise to your proper, relaxation and good health, both physical, mental health.
Yes.
So you have chosen a very nice topic, because unfortunately in a developing countries, 80% of the women, they are anemic, and now the survey has come that most of the even adolescent girls, they are having less of the iron or the hemoglobin concentration. So it is very important to take such topics at the global or the Indian platform.
True. Because our Foxy has also initiated what, that the hemoglobin should be more than 12, means the hemoglobin should be more than 12. Huh? So in this, yeah, thank you, Dr. Rajeshri, for coming on the show and clarifying our doubts. So thank you, friends. Thank you for being with us in the show. See you again next week on the same show, same time. Bye bye. Stay safe, stay healthy.